all and welcome back. So in today's tutorial, this will be also a part of functional tutorial. So in today's tutorial, we'll be looking on to one more topic in ServiceNow, which is quite important and which is scheduled job. Okay, so what is scheduled job? Scheduled job are automated piece of work that can be performed on a specific time or on a recurring schedule. So for example, you have a particular some script, okay, which you want to run on a scheduled basis, then you can use the scheduled job. There are few more scenarios in which you can work with scheduled job. Those are as given below. Like if you want to automatically generate and distribute a report, automatically generate and schedule entity of records, means that's a script templates. Okay, you want to run a script, okay, or business rule on a scheduled basis, and many more things. Okay, so for that you can use scheduled job. So today we'll be focusing on the most prominent way of using scheduled job, which is run scheduled job from the script background. Okay, means it will be running a server-side script, okay, to get the resultant output. Okay, so scheduled job state. Okay, a scheduled job can be in any of the state. Okay, so the state ready indicates that the job is ready to run when the next interval comes. Okay, the scheduled interval comes. Running means the job is currently running. Okay, queued means the job has been added to scheduled queue. Okay, and waiting to run. When it happens, for example, at the same time you have 3 scheduled jobs scheduled, right? And then it goes on a order wise, right? So it will wait for its turn to come and then it will get executed. So at that particular point of time, it will be pushed to a queue. Okay, and then we have last what it's called as error. So where error occurred while scheduling a job. So if I want to give the example for this, is like, for example, you have created a scheduled job, right? And you have mentioned certain script into that particular scheduled job, but that script is invalid or it's giving some error. Then you can get the error on executing the scheduled job. Okay, so let's see with a practical demonstration what is means how we can use the scheduled job to execute certain script. Okay, and how we can define it. Okay, so let's go back to the ServiceNow instance. So this is my ServiceNow instance interface. Okay, so for today's example, let's take something on incident, okay, which is our favorite table. Okay, so let's go to the incident and let's create a use case out of this. Okay, so what should be the use case? So let's have a use case that for a particular time on a month, okay, you want to resolve all the incident which was created for certain category. Okay, or we can say you want to resolve all the incidents which were in hold. Okay, so let's take the example of hold. So I will focus on the incident which are in hold. So I will do right click, show matching. Okay, so let's have an example. So today the date is 20/11/2021. Okay, so on this date, after a certain time we will schedule it out. So we want on every month 20th date. Okay, this particular script should run, or on a weekly basis we can define it like that. This particular script should run and this should check for all the incidents which are with the state on hold. Okay, and it should on hold and assign to what we can say, assign to some user. Okay, or unassigned we can say. This will make quite a sense. Okay, so the use case is like we want to create a scheduled job which will run on a monthly basis and it will check for the incident which are with the status on hold and which is not assigned to any person. Okay, so I think those kind of incidents we will consider it as invalid and we want to close those incidents out. Okay, so let's define the scheduled job for the same. Okay, so how we can define the scheduled job? You go back to the ServiceNow interface. Okay, over here we'll type schedule. Okay, scheduled job, and here you can get all the scheduled job related modules. Okay, so I will open this one. System definition. Under system definition there is a scheduled job. Okay, so we'll be focusing on this. So when these are all the scheduled job which is created out of the box, and you can take the reference from one of the scheduled job. Okay, if you are new to the scheduled job approach, or how we can write no scheduled job. Okay, so I'll create a new one for the demonstration purpose. And as you can see, we have automate the generation and distribution of report is one of the topic. Okay, then automate generate something like if you want to generate, this will be like if you have defined a template and if you want to generate certain incident or particular schedule, okay, this will help you out. Okay, and then we have automatically run a script of your choosing. Okay, so in 90% of the scenarios we'll be using this particular module only, this particular option only, so I'll go with that. Okay, so this is the interface, okay, for the scheduled script execution. I will explain one by one what exactly it means. So the first is name. Okay, name, will be the name of the scheduled job. Active is active, true, false. In which particular application it holds. Conditional is like you can define the condition also if you want to define the condition. So you can give that condition script over here. Okay, if the checkbox is checked, this condition script editor will come up and you can define the condition over there. We'll not go with this. So we have run. How you want to run? You want to run on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, periodically, anything you can define. Then you have time zone, in which particular time zone you want to execute this job. Okay, so this is one. Okay, and then we have time, at what particular time we want to execute. So let's create so TechnoMonk scheduled job. Okay, I will give it a name. Okay, and in the run script, as we have already discussed the scenario, so what we'll do, what we want this particular script to check for incidents which are in on hold state and which has no assigned to. Okay, so I've already filtered out the data. Okay, so we can simply write the client record query. So let's do that. Variable gr, if it's not visible, let me make it visible. Now it will be visible, I guess. Yeah, it's equal to new client record. Okay, and we'll give it as incident. Now I will not go with the query parameter as I have already filtered all the incidents, right? Okay, through the list view. So I will give the same condition. Then I will add gr dot incident. Sorry, gr dot add encoded query, and in encoded query we'll take the query from the list view. So I will right click on it and I will do the copy query. If you are not aware, this is how you can copy the encoded query. So we will give that particular query only. Okay, this, and then we like gr dot query. Okay, and then while gr dot next, till the time we get a record with this which are matching this query, what we want to do, we want to close it out. Okay, so let's see what is this, what all things are required to. So the first thing we have to set will be like state. Okay, so let's check configure choices. So we want to close it out, right? Sorry, not this. It's loading. So we'll go state and show choice list. Okay, and now as we are on incident tables, I will type incident over here. Okay, so in incident the value for close state is 7, right? So let's take this one only. Okay, so we will do gr dot set value of what? Date. Okay, and I want to set it as 5. Okay, so you mentioned one thing in the last tutorial when I was demonstrating it out. People gave state equal to 5, they consider it as a number, but you should keep one thing in mind: whatever the value is there, right, it will be stored as a string. So you just pass it into the parentheses, it will resolve your issue. Okay, in the last tutorial I've seen that few people passed it as 5 and it created a new choice value over there with the value 5. So you should keep in mind this thing. Now what all things apart from this we have to set? We have set the choice, then we have to set, I think, resolution code. If I'm pushing it to closed, what all things are getting mandatory? Okay, so these two things are getting mandatory. So first is resolution code, so we'll see the choice list for that also. Yeah, leave. We have to resolution code, resolution nodes. Okay, so for close code, let's put it as close code, and what will be the value? Okay, so we will keep the value as not solved. Okay, this particular value I want to put. So let's put this value. Okay, and then it's close code over here. And the second attribute which we want to discuss is like close nodes, I guess. So it's a text field, so we don't want to go to the configure dictionary and see what all values are there, right? So let's check for close nodes also. So it's close underscore nodes. Perfect. So we will have close underscore nodes, and we will give it a value. The incident is closed by scheduled job. Okay, and what we'll do, we will log the things also. So what I want to do, gs.info. Okay, gs.info. I'll give the incident closed by scheduled job is plus gr.get value of number. Okay, so what I'm trying to put a log for number field. Okay, so that we can see whether it got dated or not. Okay, and I will make it on a monthly basis. Okay, monthly basis on day 20. Okay, time zone is fine, and I will give a time zone of 8:32, right? So I will give it's 20, right? 20:34. Okay, and we will save it out. So this is how we can create a scheduled job. Now where exactly you can see the entry. Now we have scheduled this particular scheduled job to be executed after 2 minutes, right? So we will quickly go, okay, on ServiceNow. You can see here today's scheduled job executions, right? So you can open this out, and here if you see next action, right? So see, TechnoMonk scheduled job, it already got scheduled. Okay, trigger type is day in a month. Okay, ready, and it will execute 14 hours from now. Why am I in a different time zone? Let's change the time zone for it. Yes, time zone is the issue. So let's change in which particular time zone I fall in. US GMT, user system time zone I will do. Okay, so in user system time zone, and I just want to redefine it out. So I want it 8:33. Now it already passed, right? So I will give 20:35. Okay, so now let's refresh it out again. Okay, we have this scheduled job, and it's again showing, I think, this particular user profile, right? It's following which particular time zone. Oh, my bad. So let's change the time zone to follow my time zone. But what is my time zone? Good question, right? So it will get scheduled like that, okay, but I'm not pretty sure which particular time zone I should select over here. So let's show you another way to do so. So you can schedule, so this particular schedule job, according to the schedule, it got scheduled for after 14 hours from now, okay. You can execute that scheduled job immediately also. So for that you have a button over here called execute now, right? So whenever you want to execute a scheduled job, okay, this may be the scenario that you don't want to wait the way I don't want to wait for this to happen, right? Oh, just a second, it changed to 12. Let's try 20. 37. Why it moved to 12? Not sure. So you can execute out by clicking on this button. So let's try this thing out. So we have these two incidents right now, okay, and as you can see, these two incidents are open right now, okay, with the status on hold, and there is no assigned to. So what we'll do, we will run this particular script out, and the same script will be executed on that schedule also. So I executed the script out, okay. Now if we go to the incident, okay, I didn't give update or what? Yeah, one more time, my bad. We set the value, but we didn't give the update gr.update. Okay, I will quickly save it and then execute it out. Let's execute. And now, if you see, if I refresh it out, so both the record which were on in the state on hold got vanished. Okay, let's verify this out. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go to the logs. So we'll go to the system logs, all, and here you can see we got an error message, info message which we are given. The incident closed by scheduled job, this one and this one. Okay, so there can be a multiple use case, okay, which you can implement with this. So for example, there can be a cleanup activity, okay, the way we did, where you want to clean up certain set of record or update certain set of record after a period of time, okay. That's the one of the scenario where you can use the schedule job. The other way is like you want to create certain records, okay, at after certain intervals, then also you can use this, okay. So there are certain notifications you want to trigger to a user at some particular time. For example, I will give a use case. I've worked on one of the use case where I want to send a reminder notification to all the stakeholders with respect to that incident, that you in this particular month you have this many incidents, so you can do that kind of scenarios also using the scheduled job. So this is all for today's tutorial. Hope you like this out. If you have any queries on this particular topic, please drop me a comment. Okay, I will try to resolve your queries. Okay, till then, like, follow, subscribe, stay safe, stay happy, and have a nice day. Thank you.